Sneeze when you're angry.
Stop messing around with the computer.
Here we go. Oh. Balsa Wood Bridge.
By Maddie.
And Lucy. And now.
Our SMART goal specific. We will use the balsa wood to create a warm bridge by gluing the wood together to form a strong bridge. We need 14 different pieces of balsa wood. Well, we needed 52 inches of balsa wood to create our bridge. We think our bridge will hold over 1,000 grams. And it did.
Yeah. Relevant. We are creating this because Maddie and I love making crafts, so we love doing this together. The warm bridge seemed easy and looked very strong. That's why we choose the warm bridge. I learned how to sketch a bridge on graph paper.
Measurable. In the 4 days, we were able to make a strong holding bridge that held lots of sand. One of our accomplishments was to win and have a very strong bridge. To prove we met our goal, we will have our bridge standing and looking very nice.
Time-based. We will reach our goal by, we will be doing 6 building days, but Maddie and I are very fast at building and doing stuff. So it will maybe take us 2 or 3 days to create and start testing our bridge.
What sources did we use to reach our goal? Our resources we used was Google, YouTube, and our amazing teacher, Mr. Ponzer, who can't grade. We also learned some facts from papers that Mr. Ponzer gave us.
Vocab, eliminating another word for gluing wood together.
Our technology is balsa bridge because our bridge's wood was balsa wood.
Our bridge was very strong thanks to the balsa wood and the amount of glue.
Balsa wood helped our bridge and ourselves in this competition between our classmates, especially Weston.
But sadly, the balsa wood did seem very weak in some ways.
The balsa wood hates glue, so you can't really glue it without help.
We highly don't recommend building a bridge with this type of wood.
But anyways, our technology helped us with building an amazing bridge that practically beat Weston.
Yes, and this is, the internet helped us with our project. Relate your logic to the real world. This is our warm bridge in our class.
This warm bridge is located in Connecticut, and that shows that our bridge in class is important.
These bridges are very important in many cities, states, and countries.
This bridge in Connecticut is a walking bridge, which helps people not go by cars and get ran over.
This bridge also has railings, so no people fall off into moving traffic and get ran over.
But also, there are different kinds of driving and warm bridges. These bridges help us and others stay safe.
And fierce.
This is a real bridge. That was our bridge in the
There we
building.
go. And vocab, bridge forces, tension and compression that act on the structure.
What problems did we have? Our single problem we had was Justin Lily. She measured maybe a little too big.
Oh yeah. So we had to redo our bridge, but it only took 1 day to build. Hashtag speed.
But also, Mr. Ponce is the GOAT because he helped us out and got us a new U-bolt to hold our bridge.
Yep. Maddie and I are very glad that we redid our bridge because the smaller one held more than our bigger bridge anyways.
Next time that we're having because we'll measure ourselves.
And this is us very sad because we trusted Lila again.
Vocab, handheld wood cutter. It's a manual tool used for cutting wood.
Yep. What did you learn? We learned how to work together better and learned how to glue wood very well.
The wood was very difficult to glue, but we managed to make it work.
The thing that helped us with making our bridge sturdy was the amount of glue we used.
Sometimes the glue would not stick, so we improvised and used heavy objects to hold our bridge.
The other problem we had with that was using the heavy objects were too heavy, so we learned how to pick the right thing.
We also learned how to weigh and
And this is what we used.
basically. This was one of our do-it days.
Yes.
We learned that we are really good at gluing our bridge. One of our pieces of wood came undone, so we had to re-glue it.
Our bridge weighed 7.3 grams on our neighbor's bridge weighed 6.7 grams, so it showed that our glue was heavier.
Lucy and I chose to do the warm bridge for our final bridge.
Today, we tested our bridge, and our bridge did the best.
We did not hold the bucket when it fell. Our final bridge weighed 7.1 grams and it held 775 grams, which was the best.
We are really proud of our bridge. It did amazing.
Balsa wood. It's a lightweight wood material.
And this is our warm bridge in the beginning. Oh, do it! What we learned today, that you always need to wear safety glasses. A piece of glue went into my eye and I got worried.
We basically glued both of our sides together and we added support.
Tomorrow we should be done with our bridge.
Our plan was to add top supports.
But this is my everyday reminder to always wear your safety glasses.
Vocab, safety glasses, glass goggles for protecting your eyes.
Yup. Oh, I just got my ankle. Our bridge through the process.
Today we thought we finished our bridge. Sadly we did not because the U-bolt would not fit over our bridge.
We had to improvise and add more supports from the balsa wood.
So we can have a bridge that works. We are very happy Mr. Ponzer is somewhat smart so we don't have to redo our bridge.
Hopefully our bridge will stay strong / mighty and win. Vocab, U-bolt, fastener shaped like the letter U.
Mr. Ponzer's amazing wife got us a bigger U-bolt so we can use for a bridge.
Idiot.
Okay.
We had to build a new bridge, but smaller.
We have worked very hard on this bridge for 2 days.
We got most of it done, but it kept coming undone, so we had to put stuff around the classroom or on beside our bridge.
Yep. The bridge is being very tricky, but we are doing very well at keeping up with our class.
Our new bridge weighs 9.1 grams, and our old bridge weighs 9.2.
Vocab, graph paper. Paper defined as paper rolled into small squares for drawing graphs or diagrams. And this is all the stuff we found around our classroom to put onto our bridge.
Testing day, we tested our bridges, and they performed very well.
They held the weight very strong and got more weight than some other groups.
Our smaller bridge held 3,925 grams, and our bigger bridge held 2,953 grams.
As we said that they would do amazing, and they did.
Lucy and I are very proud of our bridges.
Warm bridge, type of truss bridge known for its equal triangles to distribute loads perfectly. Our smaller bridge, our bigger bridge.
This one they broke.
Yep. After, and Mr. Ponce back then.
Our challenge was to build a balsa wood bridge and make it hold lots of weight.
Okay. We believe we achieved our SMART goal because our bridge got done and it held a good amount of weight on the testing day.
What did we like about our launcher? We liked that it was fun, and we would change that you can make your own size bridge.
Yeah, so we don't have to. What successes did you have with this project? Everything was straightforward and really easy to follow along.
Something new that we learned was we learned how to build a bridge very fast and learn how to use time very smartly.
How did you and your partner work together, if you had a partner? I did have a partner. And we also have worked together, so we know how to work together and talk to each other.
Describe details about your launcher and the process of your product. The process was not long at all, and we had lots of extra time to think about new ideas for our bridge. We were very ahead of everybody else. Those were sweet.
Yep.
Even though we had to build two bridges.
Something we learned in PowerPoint is that you can put or make shapes on your slides for decoration. And which so, you see these amazing decor pieces, we made them.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pause this. Okay.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Jerry. You don't know. That's fine. They're will just get back. Oh, Maddie, you found it? No, I'm just grabbing a new one. Okay, we got.
Emily's got 4. 5. I want 2. 3.
Yes!
That's it.
Ah.
I read no slide, you read.
Who are those baddies up there? This needs to be moved a little bit again.
Balsa Wood Bridge by Hudson Technology, Balsa Wood Sticks and Pins, Launcher Bridge Builder.
Our SMART goal. Our challenge is to build a bridge with balsa wood sticks. Our SMART goal was specific. We'll use balsa wood sticks to make a Pratt truss bridge that will hold the stick. We'll make it by grafting, cutting, then gluing the balsa wood sticks to form the bridge. Measurable. In these next 6 days, we will be able to make a Pratt truss from balsa wood sticks hold more weight than the first bridge and be sturdy enough to hold the bucket. We think it will be about 5 sticks in total. Attainable. We will make the bridge from 36-inch balsa wood sticks with glue and make a Pratt truss bridge. Relevant. We are creating this because the launcher does not work and we had to do something while it was being fixed. Time bound. We will reach our goal by cutting the balsa wood sticks to the correct size on day 7. On day 8, we will glue, then we will let it dry. On day 9, we will cut the other sides pieces to the correct size. On day 10, we'll finish gluing and let it dry. On day 11, we'll glue the 2 sides of the bridge together. And finally, on day 12, we'll test our bridge with the rest of the class.
About your technology, we use balsa wood sticks, pins, glue, and a few other materials that we will not elaborate on in the next few sentences to create a bridge. First, we made a blueprint of sorts with graph paper and a pencil. After finishing this blueprint, we started cutting the balsa wood sticks sides before pinning them on graph paper blueprint. After putting the balsa wood pieces, we started gluing the pieces together. Once that step was done, we repeated the previous steps again to create the other side of the bridge. With the 2 sides done, we finally glued the connecting pieces on and 2 sides together.
Relate your launcher to the real world. We use bridges every day for crossing water and gaps in the ground. The bridge we made was to be used to hold weight over a gap between the tables. The bridge we made uses the diagonals that were based off the Pratt bridge to hold the weight that we put on it. We use the balsa wood as a replacement for the metal that is normally used for bridges. Instead of bolts to hold the wood together, we use glue. For the diagonals and verticals, we use balsa wood that was cut to fit it without any problems. This is our real world bridge, and then that's part of our bridge.
Where? I see it.
What problems did we have? During our project, we encountered many problems, but we also solved most of them. A few of those problems that we encountered including difficulties cutting the pieces to the proper size, gluing that piece is properly, and the bridge sides were slightly crooked. We overcame these issues in a multitude of ways. First, we fixed the cutting issue by just getting one of the piece of each type and then we trace that piece for the next cut. Next, we fixed our gluing problem with gluing by placing our pins down at different angles than we originally thought we needed. Finally, we fixed the issue of our crooked bridge. Because this was affecting how we could glue the final structure together by placing more pins down, we also ran into
split is 1 through 3. Originally on day 1, we had no clue what we were doing, but we slowly figured it out over the course of our project. On the first day, we only really tested the strength of the balsa wood pieces. We found out that the pieces were very weak and quite flexible. On day 2, we continued to do the same thing, except with a thicker piece of balsa wood. As expected, this piece performed much better than the piece we'd used in the previous day. On day 3, we finally got started on the bridge, and we drew out a plan on graph paper. We also started cutting and pinning our pieces down.
We learned that the most commonly used material is reinforced concrete. We learned that the balsa wood stick with two glued together is stronger than one alone. We also learned that launch bridges or suspension bridges. We learned that there are many types of truss bridges. Another thing that we learned was the vertical parts give enhanced stability and improve performance under load points. We learned that the greater the track truss was toggle cracking.
Split days 4 and 5. On day 4, we chose the bridge we were going to make. We researched who made the bridge we chose, which was Thomas Pratt and Caleb Pratt. Also stated on the What Did You Learn slide. We also researched why we would use it, which was because the Pratt truss had an efficient load distribution and vertical parts that enhanced stability. On day 5, we tested the bridge and it held 762 grams. We got the PR by dividing the strength weight by the bridge weight. Our bridge broke because the needle holes we had when we glued the parts together.
Due days 1 and 2. On due day 1 of the due it days, we finally started on our actual bridge within the first day. We started drawing out the plan for the bridge on day 2. We continued on finishing that drawing. With the drawing done, we finally started cutting the pieces to the right size. While we were cutting, we also started pinning some of the pieces down. By the end of day 2, we were even done with the pinning of the first bridge side, and we were ready to glue.
Due days 3 and 4. On day 3, we started gluing the bridge pieces together. During this process, we were met with a few problems, one of which was because the pieces would not stop moving around. We overcame this challenge in the end by adding more pins. With overcoming this challenge, we ended day 3 with the first bridge fully glued. On day 4, we finally started the last piece of our bridge. Luckily, we didn't run into very many problems with cutting the sticks and finished day 4 with the sticks cut and pinned.
Due day 5. Day 5 was a culmination of 2 days in which we finished our project. On the first day of due day 5, we glued the connector pieces onto the structures. This was probably the easier day of the 2, but it was still very difficult. On the second day of day 2, we completely finished our project by gluing 2 sides together. This was quite a relief for us as we did not know if we would be able to put it together without it falling apart. We did not run into any problems other than our difficulties with gluing them. Those problems were overcome by just working it out.
Due day 6. Finally, on day 6, we finished testing our bridge with the rest of the class. While we were glad that we finished our project, it did end very poorly. Sadly, our bridge performed quite bad. It performed the worst due to the fact that it was very weak. We believe that the reason it was so weak was due to it being quite rushed and the 2 sides were built uneven. This unevenness resulted in a crooked bridge that screwed up its performance.
Conclusion. We ended up achieving our SMART goal by successfully following our time-based plan. We probably would do this launch again if we do. There are definitely some challenges to make, such as making it more symmetrical, and using a little more glue. We really enjoyed the satisfaction of seeing the bridge come together nicely. That was probably a big help. We had many successes, such as completing our bridge and following our SMART goal properly. There were a few process, even though we definitely had a few hiccups throughout that whole process.
Vocabulary. Point load. A force of
After
art.
read those.
I don't have to read those. Okay. And then, what I learned in PowerPoint. I learned how to use push transitions properly.
We did 5.
Oh,
33.
I did like
No.
Losers, go present.
No, Natalie, please stop.
What? We didn't get a number.
I do.
Well, we picked a number before you.
No, we didn't. That's not fair.
Yeah.
Is too fair.
Yeah, go there. Yeah. If you want to do something, go do it. I'm glad I put that picture. Sorry, over there. I didn't swing it. I'll leave that on you guys.
Wait.
No way, Ivy.
That was horrible, this presentation.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I can barely see the
Well,
screen.
anybody could have told me that.
I can't see the screen.
You know, I'll go. Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
Swipe.
Scott first.
Smart goal, our challenge is to build the superior bridge. Our smart goal specific. I will build a balsa wood bridge using balsa. Oh my god. We will we will build a balsa wood bridge using balsa wood, glue, and pins, and I will be building it.
Read it right.
We will be building it as a press-style truss bridge. Measurable. We will be able to build a frat-style truss bridge and make it have the best strength to weight ratio, attainability. We will be able to do it because of the research we did and the materials that we have. Relevant, we built it because we had to do it for a grade. Time-based, we will research our goal by sketching day one
Reach.
cutting.
Our goal.
Isn't that what it says?
Is it research?
Oh. By sketching day 1, cutting day 2, and 3, gluing day 4 and 5, and testing it basics.
Derek.
About your technology. We used balsa wood sticks, cutters, glue, and pins to build our bridge. We had to choose, and we had to choose and build a truss bridge. We chose a frat-style truss bridge for our bridge. Then we sketched our design onto a piece of paper. We then cut the pieces into shape. We glued and pinned the pieces into place. And I glue in the corner, also
Y'all, that's awesome.
Majestic cutters. Relate your launch to the real world. Our launchers relate to the real world because bridges exist. Bridges are known for how they do bridges. Bridges have hold the weight of things like cars and trucks. Our bridges made to hold the weight like real bridges on a much smaller scale. Real life bridges are made to be light, cost effective, and sturdy. Our bridges are similar because we have to make it as light as possible as well as strong as possible.
Who's that bad for?
A bridge. It's that guy, dude. It's our bridge, and that's another bridge that's not as good as ours.
What problems did you have? We had problems with a certain classmate. They were always late and sometimes didn't even show up. When he actually did, he just sat there and didn't do anything. The classmate I'm referring to is, of course, the one and only Skylar.
And who's
We-
Skylar in this group?
Me!
That guy.
We did all the work while he would just sit back and stick the pins into a piece of wood. Actually, it was multiple pieces of wood.
Shut up!
we also had problems with gluing some of the pieces together.
Mainly Skylar though.
I didn't do gluing.
Yeah,
What?
no problems.
Oh,
Why is he the only picture of
Period.
it?
What did you learn? We learned about all different truss bridges. We learned how to build and construct a balsa wood bridge. We learned how to make a strong and sturdy structure out of balsa wood. We learned if you poke a strip of balsa wood with a pin, it becomes considerably weaker. We learned just how weak balsa wood is. We learned how to use a small scale for measuring weights.
Days 1 and 2. On these days, we started doing research on what bridge to build. Our group decided to do the Pratt Bridge for our design, which is a truss bridge. We used the sketch to
Who's
measure
thinking
the
of
lengths
that?
of balsa we would need. On day 2, we finished our bridge sketch so we could start building the bridge. We started using a ruler to measure the lengths of the wood on the sketch, since it is the scale. We wrote down the measurements of all the pieces on paper.
Day 3. On this day, we learned that we did some stuff wrong in our sketch, but it was a simple fix. We started cutting balsa wood strips to length. We had success in cutting what?
Successes.
We had successes in cutting a lot of the pieces into size. We had a challenge with making the parts to stay in place. We solved the challenge by using pins to hold it in place. We glued some of it and it won't stick to anything but the bridge because we have wax paper.
On this day, we learned that we had to finish our bridge. We glued the different segments of our bridge together to finish. We had success in finishing it and letting the glue dry. We had a challenge because some pieces were too big. We overcame this challenge. We had to cut off the excess wood. With this, we finished building our bridge in a timely manner.
Day 5. On this day, we learned we would be doing some small tests on our bridge. We put down
You
British
learned
people on a bus on our bridge and it broke it. We had to glue the pieces that fell off back to it. We put it on a scale and it came out to 6.8 grams. But that wouldn't do, so we had to get it to 6.7 grams. We accomplished this by trimming extra glue and wood from the bridge.
Day 6. Today we learned that we would be testing how much our bridge can hold. We had success in setting our bridge up to test it.
Just keep reading.
We took a lot of weight and it did flex a little, but our bridge did eventually snap. We did have some troubles getting the hook into place. We overcame the challenge by sliding it into place on the bridge. We won with the best weight of the bridge to weight held up.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, no thanks to the certain song.
Yeah, you.
Conclusion.
Oh,
We believe we did meet our SMART goals in a timely manner indeed. We get on what? We think we did because we made a strong bridge and won the challenge we faced.
All thanks to me.
Shut up. We feel like we had extraordinary time management.
Thanks to me.
We used most of our class time to build a bridge, then did the journal after that. Next time, we would get a better partner, like someone other than Skylar, but Luskin was fine.
Bro, what did I do?
Nothing.
That was Bravo. Stop.
Jeez. Anyway, we would also do a different, harder bridge next time for more of a challenge. We still have questions on the true power of balsa wood, like how much do pins in balsa wood really affect the structural support of the bridge?
You know,
Look
you
at
have
this
to
with
start
us.
a distance with capital
Come on, Jared.
letters.
Jared.
That's not good. This is
Hey.
in this class.
7?
Good boy.
Oh, it's your turn.
Oh. Hold on. Are we in the
Stop.
Huh?
Was I not in this the whole entire time?
Oh. What the
Is that what you learned? Do it again, do it again, do it again.
It will pop up. No, stop there.
Bridge builder, shut up and listen. Bridge builder by Natalie and Lilith. Our technology was what? Our technology was balsa bridge and our launcher was bridge builder. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, no, I didn't.
Okay. Keep going.
I can't read it. Smart goal. Our challenge is to build a 14-inch bridge that holds the most weight. Our smart goal. We will use balsa wood to create a through whipple truss bridge. In these 6 days, we will be able to build the bridge 3 by 1 7/5 and 14 and 28. I don't know how to read that. We will also be able to see if our bridge can hold the most weight. What resources do we have to reach our goal? We have each other, Tanzer, others in the past, Google, and the balsa wood and glue, as well as the pins and needles, and the graph papers we do. We are creating this because we need to know about bridges, and we need to learn how they are built and how they can hold weight, and how much weight they can hold. We will reach our goal by the 6th do-it day. On day 1, we will draw out our design. On day 2, we will start cutting out our pieces to build. Day 3, we will start constructing our bridge, trying to have at least one side done. Day 4, we will continue building and finish both sides. Day 5, we will connect the bottom and top sides for our bridge to come together. Day 6, we will trim and glue and weigh our bridge and maybe test it. Wait, Lucy!
I saw that.
Oh,
About
yeah,
years
Sunday
ago.
you should be paying attention.
Yeah, you're right. I thought we studied technology. They are lightweight bridges often used for educational structure models. They are constructed by cutting balsa wood and connecting pieces with glue to create the strongest bridge design. You get to test it afterwards to figure out how big of a load you can hold. The process of building these involves drawing a design and putting it all together. Balsa wood may be light, however, it still has strength against forces. Balsa wood is very flexible, so it's easy to cut into pieces of all different angles and sizes. Whoa.
Oh yeah, we have that one. Relate your launcher to the real world. Our launcher relates to the real world because people use bridges every day. Bridges are one of the most common things for transportation across rivers, railroads, and sometimes even mountains. It relates by showing how a bridge can scale to a real bridge, as well as our bridge shows the points of supports and other key factors of how a bridge is structured. Our bridge is a through Whipple truss bridge, and it's called that because it's named after its designer, Squire Whipple. The third designation refers to the bridge's design where the roadway passes through the truss structure. This is our bridge prototype. It's right here. And then that is a real world through Whipple truss bridge providing a way for transportation. Hey, I wasn't done reading!
I think you figured it out.
Okay, go.
Problems we had was laminating pieces of our bridge when we weren't supposed to. We made a simple fix by just taking that piece off and reconstructing it a different way. Another issue that occurred for us often was that we couldn't, where am I at? Get our bridge to stand stabilized, so it makes some of our pieces perfect. There's lots of problems. Sorry. We solved this briefly by putting pins around our bridge to hold it in place. We had issues with breakage on a structure, and we just had to re-glue some spots to make it stable. Another problem we had was not all the pieces were cut the exact same length, so it was hard to connect the sides straight. However, we just trimmed them to make them closer in length. On to the next problem, which is figuring out which way to connect the pieces so both sides would have pressure on them, so
job. We figured this out by just only gluing one side at a time, like on each day, so it wouldn't be a disaster. One of the last challenges we had was a U-bolt being lopsided because it caused more pressure on one side than the others, but we couldn't really solve that because we already started adding weight and we didn't want to mess with it.
What did you learn? We learned about stress forces on bridges. Also, 184 grams is too much for a single 12-inch piece of wood. We also learned a little bit about the Fernmake bridge design, which is also called the through-with-hole truss bridge. Pieces also have to be very specific and precise to be able to fit in the bridge. We also had to redo the top and bottom pieces of our bridge because we had to make them separately instead of making them attached to the sides. We also learned that our bridge was so strong it started bending to the side instead of bending down. Our sides were very solid and were holding up very nicely.
Day 1 Explore. Today we learned about the stress forces on bridges. We also figured out that a suspension bridge is the longest bridge in the
Let
world.
them finish. Sorry.
Lastly, we found out that cables are made from steel or natural fiber. We figured out that truss bridges are a really popular kind of bridge. Another thing we learned is that there is about a 2-inch deflection while holding the bucket on a 12-inch piece of balsa wood. I also learned that you have to balance out about 2 inches of each side while leveling it on the table so it has more strength. This is us testing our balsa wood and how cables are made.
Okay, day 5 Explorer. Our first bridge and our test bridge. Our test bridge and whatever. Today we finished gluing our bridge together. We had some challenges because all the pieces were not the exact same length, but just a little bit, but we figured it out. We fixed some breakages that happened when pressing on other pieces. Next we researched about test bridges. We decided to choose the Fernmake bridge design. For now we are going to work on sketching out our bridge and eventually we can start building. Once we have all the materials ready, we tested our bridge today and we were only able to hold 411 grams, which made our yard 76.1 repeat. It was a joint failure and eventually just sheared. I think we should not have stuck needles in our balsa wood, also should have added more glue.
Day 5 do it. I learned that we would have to redo our top and bottom pieces because we forgot we couldn't laminate. We finished building one side and worked on the top and bottom pieces. This relates to the real world, but showing how big bridges are made by scaling something. Our model bridges show key factors of what a real bridge design should use to be stable. Bridges are used daily for people walking and for cars to drive on. Also, they are used to above railroads and above rivers, and this is for consumer bridge.
Oh my god, hurry up. Day 6 do it. We learned that the top and bottom pieces were just going to be 1.5 instead of having more support. On this day we finished gluing together the other side. We also started adding the little pieces to connect both sides at the top and the bottom.
Stop.
A challenge we had was in the middle of building the top piece. We realized we had to just attach it to the side pieces because if not, it would be laminated. Lastly, we took apart the bottom piece we already had glued together since we could no longer use it. Our sides dried being built.
Day 7 do it. We had success adding the connecting pieces to one of the sides. It's not very stable, so we are going to let the glue dry before we add the other side piece. A challenge we had was trying to figure out a way to get the glue connecting pieces. We didn't want to do it sideways because it wouldn't be completely flat. Eventually, we glued the other side on. It caused us some trouble because all pieces weren't lining up due to some on each side.
Parts of the side are different. Yeah.
Day
8 do it. Our bridge with excess glue cut and slate. Today we started off by cutting off some extra glue to make our bridge look nicer. After that, we realized that some of our pieces weren't well connected, so we re-glued a few spots so we get more stability in our bridge. The challenge we had was keeping some pieces in place. Some of our pieces were often linked, so we wanted to apply extra pressure to keep them connected. We overcame this by flipping our bridge around so those pieces were facing down and then pinned around the area to keep it held in place. We made our bridge and it was 19 grams. Then we cut off extra glue and weighed it again and it ended up 80.7 grams. We figured out that the size of U-bolt we could use because we thought our bridge was too tall to use the U-bolt we previously used. However, it fit the bridge.
Day 9 do it. On this day, we tested our bridge and found the performance ratio. Our bridge held 4,280 feet.
Kilograms.
We found our performance ratio to be 229.037. Our bridge broke by a slight twist, and then it snapped. Only 3 pieces came off of it. Comparing the two of our bridges that we have made, our best one was definitely this one because it had way more supports and a better structural form. A setback we had was our U-boat was lopsided, which caused home force in a certain area, which caused part of the break. We couldn't really fix that problem because we already had started adding stuff to it.
Our tested bridge. After conclusion, our challenge is to build a 14-inch bridge that holds most weight. Yes, we met our SMART goal of constructing our bridge. However, we did not meet it on time or where we thought we would finish. Managing our time was okay, but we struggled with some setbacks that happened. We did have just the right amount of time to design, construct, and test our bridge, as well as comparing it to our first bridge. Next time we would use less glue because it added a lot of weight and made our performance ratio worse than it could have been. And also I'd like to find a way to hold pieces in place so they could not become crooked. Our bridge held 4,283 grams of weight, which was more than 1,000 over everyone else's. The question that we had was what caused our bridge to break on the side and not just in the middle where all the weight was placed. Overall, this project was interesting and we would do it again. Final bridge project.
Okay.
Wow, amazing. Yep. What video will this be posted on? YouTube?
YouTube.
Like what account though?